In our next practice lab, we'll take a look to the inter-VLAN routing configuration. We have one switch and 3 VLANs created on that switch, and we have Fast Ethernet 0, 4, 5 and 6 are connected to PC 1, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, and our Fast Ethernet 0, 1 port of the switch is connected to the router's gig 0, 0 interface. So, first, configure switch port VLANs and proper port modes. So, I understand that VLANs are not created. So, needs to be created, I think. We'll take a look. 2. Try to ping PC2 from PC1. Then, configure router's gig 01 sub-interfaces with proper IP address. I think this is wrong, written wrong. This is gonna be gig 00 because in the figure it's gig 00. And configure router on a stick. And in the first step, try to ping PC2 from PC1 again. And let's go. First, I'm gonna make the configuration of the switch. I will create VLAN 10, 20 and 30, and I'm gonna attach fast 04 to 10, 05 to 20 and 06 to 30, and these guys will be switch port mode access. And I'm gonna make the fast 01 to trunk port. Let's go. Oops. Let's make it some bigger. That's better, I think. And let's create my VLANs first. Enable and config. To create VLANs, I'm using VLAN and VLAN number that I want to create command. VLAN 10. Enter. Okay. Exit. And I want to take a look if there's a VLAN configured on the switch first. As you can see that we just have default VLAN and VLAN 10 right now. That means we need to create 20 and 32. VLAN 20 and VLAN 30. Pretty straightforward and pretty cool. There's no problem in here. Now I need to attach my ports to that VLANs. Interface Fast Ethernet 04 will be a access port because I'm gonna use this port with one VLAN only, and this port will access to VLAN 10. Okay. Interface Fast Ethernet 05 will be an access port again. And we are going to access to the VLAN 20. Good. And my 6th port will be an access port again. And I'm gonna access to VLAN 30. Whoa! Pretty cool. Now we need to configure the trunk port too also. this is fast Ethernet 01. I'm making here trunk using the switch port mode trunk command. Alright, I think we accomplished the first step, but I need to double check it. Configure switch port VLANs and port proper port modes. Alright, I made my 01 as a trunk and I created these VLANs and attached these ports as access ports to this VLANs. Okay, and now ping PC2 from PC1. I'm gonna go to PC1 and ping 50.3. Is there a live or not? Let me see. Request timeout. Request timeout. Okay, as you can see that we cannot ping PC2 from PC1 right now. Here is the bad news. Huh? Well, I don't think so, because we know how to communicate different VLANs. We just need a layer 3 device. In this scenario, this is router A. And I need to create sub-interfaces and use the gateway addresses of these devices for my each sub-interface. So I'm gonna assign this sub-interface the IP address of the gateway of PC1. This sub-interface should have an IP address of 51, and this sub-interface should have an IP address of 61. And please don't forget that we need to tag that sub-interfaces because of we are gonna make VLAN communication over them. Alright, let's go into the router and CLI. I'm gonna go to the sub-interface mode, interface gig 00.10 first. I'm gonna use this as the gateway of the VLAN 10. So my IP address, but first I need to tag this with VLAN 10. Please remember it. Then I'm gonna use the IP address of 41. All right, cool. 51 and 61 will be the other sub-interfaces. So I will go to the interface gig 0/0.20 and IP address will be 50, but we need to first define the encapsulation, as you can see in the warning too. Oh no! I click the wrong button. It also, where is it? No. This is gonna be 20 surely, and my IP address will be 60. Okay. And let's go to the last subinterface. Encapsulation.1Q30, and we'll have an IP address of, I think I configured the wrong IP address. Okay, this is gonna be overlap. What I did is I forgot to type 50 for the 20 VLAN, and I'm gonna revert it back now. Interface gig, no IP address, and we'll have an IP address of 50. This is gonna be 50 in here, and after I will go to the last interface, and I'm gonna assign my IP address, but first I don't remember if I used the encapsulation, and I'm assigning my IP address now. Okay, when you are configuration, you can make some mistakes, and you need to quickly fix these mistakes, guys. Okay, I completed my configuration right now. There should be no problem. So step 2 is accomplished, and I'm gonna try to ping PC2 from PC1 again. PC1, I'm gonna ping pinging this IP address again. Here is the good news. Here is what I want to see seriously. Alright, as you can see that we weren't able to ping before configuring our layer 3 devices. We couldn't make a communication between different VLANs, but after making the related configurations, my ping was successful, and I was able to make communication between different devices, between different VLANs. Alright guys, we have accomplished our goals, and there's nothing to do more about this scenario right now, and thanks for viewing. See you in the next session.